Another method developed to determine the determinant of a matrix is the Chios method or Chios method. So let A equal to Aij be an n by n matrix. We choose any element Aij. The determinant of A is determined as follows. So determinant of A, this is the notation for the determinant, and we have the elements. We have chosen Aij as our element. We will be deleting the ith row and the jth column. Right? The determinant is equal to the element chosen Aij raised to 2 minus n. And our determinant or the matrix involved will be reduced by 1 row and 1 column. For each remaining entry in the matrix, ARS as one of the remaining entry will be replaced by a 2 by 2 matrix. Okay, so let me illustrate it this way. We will consider each of these 4 quadrants now after deleting the element Aij. For the first quadrant here, each element ARS will be replaced by a 2 by 2 matrix or determinant of a 2 by 2. ARS, this is the location of your Aij, ARJ, AIS. Now for each entry in this quadrant, we call this as my second quadrant. Here's the location of my Aij, and each entry ARS in this quadrant is replaced by a 2 by 2 matrix ARJ, AIS. For this third quadrant, each element ARS will also be replaced by a 2 by 2 determinant. This is your Aij, AIS, ARS, ARJ. And finally, for quadrant 4, for each entry in quadrant 4, the replacement will be a 2 by 2 or the determinant of a 2 by 2. This is the location of Aij, and here is your ARS, AIS, ARJ. Alright? So notice the location of our Aij. Now for this first quadrant, your R is less than I, and your J, or rather your S, is also less than J. For the second quadrant, your R is still less than I, and your J is greater than, or your S rather, is greater than J. For the third quadrant, your R is greater than I, and your S is less than J. For the fourth quadrant, R is greater than I, and S is greater than J. Alright? So there is a factor Aij raised to 2 minus n. You can choose any element, no, as your aij. If you want to choose A11, then all entries ARS will be replaced by A11, A12, A21, A22. Then the next element will be A11, A13, A21, A23, and so on and so forth. Let us have an example. Using Chios method, find the determinant of A. So A, let us just use the 4 by 4. 3, 1, negative 2, 1, 0, 2, negative 2, 3, 1, 0, 3, negative 1, 4, 1, 0, negative 2. Okay? So let us choose this as my element aij. Alright? So I shall be deleting the second row, third column. Alright? So the determinant of A will be equal to the determinant of each entry will be replaced by a 2 by 2 determinant. Okay, so for the first element 3, for this element 3, this will be the entries, okay, of the 2 by 2 determinant that will replace it. All right. So that will be 3, 0, negative 2, negative 2. Next, 1. Here is your aij together with these elements. Alright? So that will be the determinant of 1, negative 2, 2, negative 2. Next, this entry together with negative 2, negative 2, and 3. Negative 2, 1, negative 2, 3. Okay. We go to the next one. 1, 0, negative 2, and 3. In all these 2 by 2 determinants, aij is always part of that determinant. Huh? So 0, negative 2, 1, and 3. Next, determinant of 0, 2, negative 2, and 3. Two, 0, negative 2, and 3. And negative 1, negative 2, 3, and 3. Negative 2, 3, 3, negative 1. Next, 4. Negative 2, 0, and 0. 0, negative 2, 4, and 0. Next, 1, negative 2, 2, and 0. Finally, negative 2, 0, negative 2, and 3. Okay, and there is a factor. Our element is, I forgot to write the factor. It should be negative 2 raised to 2 minus n. It is a 4 by 4 matrix, so n is equal to 4. So 2 minus 4. So the determinant of A is equal to negative 2 to the negative 2, or 1 over negative 2 squared. Okay? So let us evaluate each of these 2 by 2 determinants. So 3 times negative 2 is negative 6, minus 0. Negative 2 plus 4 is positive 2. Negative 6 plus 2 is negative 4. Then positive 2, positive 6, positive 2 minus 9 is negative 7, 0 plus 8, 0 plus 2, positive 4 minus 0. So 1 over negative 2 squared is 1/4. Then we have a 3 by 3. So 6 by 6, 36 times 4 is negative 144. 2 times negative 7 times 8, that will be negative 14 times 8 is negative 112. Negative 112. Okay, where am I? Where am I? What did I do here? 36. This will be negative 14. Negative 14 times 8. Okay. And then negative 16. Minus, minus. So that should be plus. No? 24 times 8, 192. Okay, 192. Then minus 2 times 2 times 4 is 16. Then minus 6, negative 7, 2. So that will be negative 4284. So 144, 112 is 256. And then negative 16, that will be negative 272. Another negative 16, negative 288. And negative 84, that will be 12, 17, carry 1, negative 372. Okay, so negative 372 plus 192, that will be 8, 180. Negative 180. Negative 180, negative 90, that will be negative 45. Okay, let us check that. Let us check it. Negative 144 minus 112 minus 16 minus 16 minus 84 plus 192 is negative 180 divided by 4 is negative 45. Okay, so that is correct. Will you obtain the determinant of the following matrix? Use Chios or Chios method. And I want you to use this element as your Aij. Use that as your Aij.